Howdy folks, and welcome back to Epic the Musical. Today we're going to be listening to the fourth saga, which is titled the Circe Saga, or in Greek, don't they pronounce C's hard? Like, would it be like the Kirky Saga? I don't know. One of the two. The Circe, or the Curse Saga, perhaps? I think this is the part of the story. I think I talked about it a time before, where one of the only other parts I remember is some of the men being turned into pigs. I think that's this, if I remember correctly. That they, whatever island they end up on, they get blown to. They're like, oh, there's all this food and treasure here, and then they get turned into pigs. Or maybe I'm getting it confused with Spirited Away. Maybe Spirited Away took inspiration from this. I don't know. But that's what I think I have in my head. Like I said, it might be getting jumbled with a couple other things, but we will listen and find out here. But yeah, this is the first of the epic videos that I'm recording since finally posting the first video live to the main feed, and I just gotta thank everybody who has been coming to watch these, especially that first one. Hey, when you're recording things weeks in advance, oftentimes you don't know how things are gonna do, numbers wise, views wise, engagement, all that kind of stuff, but it has been a long time, if ever, that a first video of a new reaction series has done as well as this one did. So hey, y'all, the epic fandom really coming through on this one. Hope y'all are sticking around all the way up through now, making it bigger and better. But just a big thank you to everybody. I don't think I have too much else to add here. So let's scooch over here and get ready to start listening today. Hey. While we're getting ready to cue this up, I already said thank you for watching, but do me a favor, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you see when more of these come out. This is, I think, 4 of 9 as far as the sagas go, so almost halfway done. So make sure you're subscribed so you see when more of these drop, as well as leave a like on the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this saga, of the songs within it, where it ranks compared to some of the other sagas. Is your favorite song in here? Is your least favorite song in here? Anything you want to tell me, right? And if you want to see these uncut, unedited, and the next one's a couple early, there's a link to the Patreon down in the description below. If you want to throw a couple extra bucks my way, get a little something extra in return. But as always, glad that you're just here watching on YouTube. One last thing before we begin, my tea for tonight is decaf Earl Grey in the old fantastic Mr. Fox mug. So hey, if you're enjoying a beverage watching this, what are you drinking? Now let us get started with the first of 4 songs we're going to hear today. This is Puppeteer. The animatic is brought to us once again by Gigi. So let us go ahead and get started with that in 3, 2, 1, go. And I want to say we had Gigi for the last couple of the last saga. So definitely already like a color palette shift. Still within their style that I'm at this point very used to in these. Something that I must get off my chest. I'm sorry I opened the bag. Yeah, locked in again. Whatever you need to say can wait some more. Okay. I really did want to say sorry about the bag. But yeah, I mean, what can you do? Now that you're here, you got to make sure that you're going to be at least somewhat safe here.
Back so soon. Where's the rest of your crew? By the gods, what happened to you?
Cock's gun. Island's haunted. Island's haunted.
Heard a voice. It seemed to show no malice. Sir, since we left home, we faced a variety of foes from a wide
Yo, that kind of kick drum coming in here.
You know the roster, hostile creatures that we could resist, but this was a hell of a twist.
Also, yo, this verse hitting.
What was it? A woman.
No, trust me though. This was one evil woman, like the ones ELO sang about. Circe, okay. Confirmed.
I've got you. Don't worry, Circe's got you now. By the time they ate, it was far too late. For inside the meal, think of your past. She had cast a spell.
Okay.
They began to squeal.
Okay, so I was right. It is very Spirited Away.
I've got all the power. No, I'm not a player, I'm a puppeteer. No, I don't play.
Okay, that makes sense. The title Puppeteer controlling them and all that, right?
And the world is not from men to pigs. And to forgive. She changed them. I've got all the power.
Somehow Not in the top 3 weirdest things that we've encountered so far. That's weird.
We have to go save them.
No, we don't. Look at
Yeah.
all we've lost and all we've learned.
Yeah, and this is kind of carrying over from the last saga too.
Think about the men we have left before they're none. Let's just cut our losses, you and I, and let's run.
Yeah, I'll talk about this here in a second.
Of course I'd like to run, but I can hardly sleep now, knowing everything we've done.
Dude, and he's been up for 9 days straight too.
If it was you I had to say,
Hermes?
I can only hope you do the same.
I saw the winged sandals.
I've got all the power, yeah. I've got
All right, that shot was animated really well too.
No, I don't play, I'm puppeteer,
She's a
yeah.
clever witch,
This is the
and she's hard to slay.
Yo, the camera works so good on this one.
But you don't have to play. I have to try.
Once again, I'm a sucker for like spinning, rotating shots, and there's a lot of that going on in the perspective here.
No, I don't play, I'm puppeteer, yeah.
Okay, that's the end of that one. The song itself was, and see, it's weird because I feel like the last couple sagas, it's taken me a song or two to kind of get into them, where it's, and I'll make the comparison to the Ocean Saga here in a second. Ooh, we have a new channel for this next animatic, but it always feels like the first couple songs are kind of setting up the plot of what's going on, and that, you know, setup being necessary. Like, you can't just throw us into this island of pigs and like be in media res or something like that. We have to set up what actually happened, and necessarily, like I said, but not the most entertaining. Yes, I did enjoy Eurolocus's verse, how it was more like, I don't want to say quite like rap, but kind of basically rap, as he carried on and kind of described it. I really liked his verse. Circe has a nice voice. I liked her part as well. But other than that, the song was just like kind of fine. Like, oh yeah, they got lured in, turned into pigs. See what happens next. And it's kind of like in the last one when they were just on the ocean in the storm and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't until we got to the floating island in the sky that things really took off for me there. No pun intended, being in the sky. But I do also want to compare it to the Ocean Saga in that it was another Eurolocus and Odysseus kind of not necessarily going at it, even though they did have a disagreement about how to proceed from there. That one of them was, you know, saying like, let's just leave, like we've encountered so much already, we just gotta go. And the other saying like, no, we have to save them. So I like that that's kind of like this running theme. And I pointed out last time that and this is probably just a failing of the American education system, but that my English teacher as a freshman in high school did not do the best job teaching the Odyssey. It was just kind of like, yeah, we'll read it and then watch like a little part of like a movie adaptation or something like that. We didn't delve deep into the themes or anything like that. And I was saying last time that it was really the first time I've kind of thought of Odysseus as like a really flawed character, in the fact that it's his hubris and his kind of cockiness that's kind of guiding him here and getting them into all the trouble. But that's apparently like one of the biggest like scholarly like takeaways from the Odyssey, that he is this like person who thinks he's smarter than the gods and can outsmart everybody, and that's just, he is the reason why they keep getting into trouble, basically. So I feel almost, I don't want to say I feel like a fool, because like I said, failures of the American education system, I've never felt the need to reread or re-experience the Odyssey. I myself personally am not much of a reader, sad to say. I should read more, but I tend to, when it comes to art, I tend to gravitate more towards film and the study of like the language of film as well. So, sorry. But I'm trying my best to kind of think of Odysseus in this lens moving forward. And never too old to learn something, right? So, hey, that's what I'm carrying forward to here. I feel like there was one other point I wanted to make, but now it has escaped me. So let us get ready for this next one. Like I said, from a new channel. This animatic is from Slander. the channel Slander for the song Wouldn't You Like. So I'm really excited to get another new artist perspective. It's funny, like I said, like all these channels that I see pop up time and time again. I see a lot from GG. I've seen quite a few from I pronounced it Merksy, but apparently it's like, shoot, somebody corrected me in a comment. Now I don't remember the appropriate pronunciation of their name. I think it was Murchie is how it's pronounced, more closely to that. So my apologies for not knowing the pronunciation there. But it's always like with the familiar ones, like you get a feel for their art style. Like I was talking about, like the Gigi one there, the kind of like rotating shots, like some really, for an animatic, very fluid animation. And I've come to really enjoy the Gigi animatics. I had a couple last time and one more today, it looks like, but it's also good to get new perspectives and stuff. But it's also kind of like okay, now I have to relearn like what Odysseus looks like in this other new art style. But let us go ahead and get started with Wouldn't You Like, starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. I really like I know this is... What a brilliant speech you gave. Yeah, this has fan animation. This one's like an actual animation. This is really nice looking. A foe like Circe is not to be messed with. You want to beat her, you'll need the blessing of a certain god. Okay, so it is Hermes. Send a message. Yeah, the messenger. Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Ooh. Wouldn't you like to use more than words? I love this almost like club banger feel. Like to have some of the magic. Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night the fight can be tragic. I like the callback to Athena and the boar, it looked like, as this new god is offering up their service. She can conjure up a monster that'll grind you to the bones. She has all the ways to hurt you when you take her on a lie. Yo, this one's a vibe. Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. Oh. And it's also once again interesting to compare Hermes to Athena. You must consume and digest it, then you'll manifest a being of your creation. Okay. Needs imagination, though it's only for a moment till you've beaten your opponent. And I call this root Holy Moly. Holy moly? No, wouldn't it be the holy moly that burrows down and eats the root? That's a poor joke. Yo, what an introduction. Like, I was going on and on about Poseidon last time. Yeah, and there he goes. So once again, this is a part of the story that, like I said, I know that they get turned into pigs, but I don't remember how they get out of this. But if track record is to be believed and to continue...
Thank you. Don't thank me, friend. You very well may die.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Good luck.
Odysseus is probably gonna fuck something up here. Well, all right. So first of all, that animation was smooth as hell. That was, a bit of a shorter song, less than 3 minutes, where some of these other ones, especially in the last saga, were like 4+. But man, like it's a huge difference going from like animatic style to like full on animation, and like what an intro to this character. I don't know how big of a part Hermes plays for the rest of the story. Like I said, the only god I really remember from my limited experience was Poseidon. Being a big bad of this story. But welcome to the show, Hermes. Like I think I've said in a previous episode, one of the people who put this playlist together for me is a huge Hermes stan from this. So hey, what an introduction to the character, and especially like I said with the full animation, like that was nice. I loved the kind of club beat kind of feel to like a beat that you can't help but just kind of like nod along to as it goes. In really fun performance from Hermes. Kind of like what you'd expect from, a god that's all about the quickness, right? The messenger of the gods is Hermes, right? So with the winged sandals, like constantly going to and fro. So not like super fast delivery, but like super fun in a way that a lot of others haven't been. And I really liked especially in the animation here, the kind of, you got a couple callbacks to the Athena stuff here, as it's once again another god making some kind of an offer to Odysseus for help, right? To help him out. So, hey, we'll see how it goes. The next song's titled Done For, so I don't foresee this going well. I don't know if this is any kind of a trick that Hermes is playing on Odysseus here, or if Odysseus is going to, take things a little too far on his own and, just fuck it up. And Hermes is like, that wasn't part of a deal. I didn't tell you could do that. You just thought you could on your own. So I guess we'll wait and see, but a really fun introduction. Just after one song in, I prefer Hermes from Hades Town just a little bit more, the kind of MC of the show there. But that's such a big part of that musical, and it's just like this ever-present character, and it's just like, that's more ingrained into my heart, so it's really hard to take that from me. But anyway, let us get started to watch this next one, titled Done For, like I said, from what's currently right now a new channel for animatics, but I was supposed to watch one last time from this channel. This is from Annie Flamma, and I was supposed to get this person's animatic for Ruthlessness, the song that ended the Ocean Saga last time, but through whatever me clicking around. Yes, I know people have said like, bro, why are you stopping to pause at the end? Why are you clicking manually instead of letting the playlist auto run? It's like, because I want to talk between songs and I still want to like click to make sure there's like credits in some of these that last for a little bit longer, and I need to move on. So whatever I was doing clicking around, I was on GG for Keep Your Friends Close. Ha ha ha! That's been popping into my head randomly this past week. I'll just be doing work or something, and I'll do something and I'll just think, ha ha ha! That a lot of fun, a really fun little vocal tick that has mostly been internalized. But for whatever reason, I was on the GG animatic for that in the playlist last time, and I guess I clicked onto the GG one for Ruthlessness as well, but I was supposed to watch Annie Flamma's, so unfortunately I did not do that, so I did deviate from my playlist just a little bit, but redemption time here. I get to check out this person's art style and animatic style with this song Done For, so let's go ahead and get it started up in 3, 2, 1, go.
Lady of the palace, sorry that I asked this, but I hope that I've been misinformed.
Meanwhile, in his head, he's like, please don't turn me into a pig. Please don't turn me into a pig. Please don't turn me into a pig.
Did you do something to them?
Who, me?
That's a valid question.
It was revealed their true form.
You turned them into pigs.
Yeah, cut right to the chase, huh?
But let me make this one thing
And once again, this kind of
clear.
like
I want people to protect nymphs like
electronic
I'm
bass
so
drum
I'm not
going on
taking
here.
chances, dear.
Just
If
like in
you make
Puppeteer.
one wrong move, then you're done for. Anything I don't approve, then you're done for.
Man, what a chorus.
But you will fail at placing any spells on
Yeah, and there's the
me.
electric guitar
I'm
coming
just
back in
a
with the,
flower, one that claims your power, so you better
in a time
cower
of
now
danger.
and flee.
You must be a liar. Mortals can't acquire money without dire consequence.
Wait, he didn't tell me about the consequences.
Got this root from the ground with my bare hands.
Hermes gave it to you, didn't he?
Okay, fine, yes, but regardless.
Oh, he didn't tell you the full story.
I've got people to protect, friends I can't neglect.
The harmony there.
No turning back.
Love it.
One wrong move, now you're done for. I will be the one to prove that you're done
Oh, and I
for.
love
Now
this.
the spell saves you 'cause you're done for. You've lost.
Well, shit.
The last time we let strangers live, we faced a heavy loss.
I'm in the same boat. No pun intended about our boats. We probably lost a couple boats.
Everyone's true colors are revealed in acts of lust.
I'm not
Oh.
sure I follow.
That's right.
There are other ways of persuasion.
Oh.
There
Oh, we are just... Okay, so that just leads right into... I don't know if... Should I be listening to this? I mean, this says thanks for watching. I don't know if it... Hold on, I need to do a quick little test. If I click on the next one and I hear that line that I just heard. Okay, so it does lead right into that next one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that was not if I'm ranking all of these in the part, still the Hermes song is still up at the top, but that one slides right underneath it. I'm a sucker for having one melody or motif set up by a character and then having like another character join in. Either they were pretty much in unison. I said harmony at one point, but they were pretty much in unison with each other. It sounded like when they were singing make one wrong move and you're done for at each other. But I, thoroughly enjoyed that one. A little bit on the short side. A lot of these today are shorter. We ended with 2 longer ones last time. I remember one of the Cyclops ones was quite long. If I kind of go back up on the playlist to maybe not as much. Maybe I'm thinking of Polyphemus and Survive kind of back to back. Felt like 2 halves of the same coin a little bit. But this one, the first one was just over 4 minutes long, and all the others are like less than 3. This one's 3:45, so I guess we'll see. But now all of a sudden I'm remembering more and more that this lady entices Odysseus, and it's not necessarily that she turns him into a pig, but that she like has him under some kind of a spell or a trance for like 10 years or something, if I remember right. That they get stuck on this island for a long time. Like, I think this is most of where they are throughout most of the story, as far as time goes. So I guess we will see. I also don't know where. I know this is supposed to be set up into an Act 1 and an Act 2, and I'm not 100% sure where that split is. So I don't know if it's, because obviously next time we will hit the halfway point of this, being the fifth saga out of 9, so I guess we'll see. I don't foresee this going well. I mean, that's just the name of the game at this point. A situation happens, it does not go well. But especially here, I don't think we're going to get any kind of victory, because, Cyclops, at least, for the time being, it felt like a victory. Haha, we've blinded him. You fool, you've been outsmarted by Odysseus of Ithaca, right? Which of course backfired in the next one, but we still did get away from Poseidon. Once again, using the bag, using Odysseus's wits and smarts. But now, once again, we're in a situation. I don't think we're going to have any kind of happy escape today, unfortunately. And I think Odysseus's wits and smarts are going to fail him. Once again, I think it's because he went in here, with fool's courage, basically. Well, off of just a little bit of goading from Hermes, and he's like, "All right, I can do this." You very much can't. Anyway, let us get started with There Are Other Ways. This animatic is once again from Gigi. So let's go ahead and get started up in 3, 2, 1, go. And also, warning, some spicy connotations.
There are other modes of control. There are other means of deceit to save your men from the fire. Show me that you're willing to burn.
Who's to say with all mistakes
Ooh, little key change right there.
will be the
Think
last
of your
mistakes I ever
past.
made?
Don't break when there is so much power.
That'd be wild if we just keep going up higher and higher.
There's no perfect healing.
I can't.
Yeah. I have a wife. Yeah, and there's the Penelope.
I got home, my wife awaits for me.
Odysseus, the first ever wife guy.
Now the god of tides is out to end my life.
Oh shit, you pissed off Poseidon? Oh, you're fucked. More than you were about to be if you took me up on my offer.
Poseidon, eh?
Oh,
There might be a way to evade him.
oh, she really
There
is.
might be a way to get home.
He's just digging himself deeper and deeper into this terrible situation.
I know of a brilliant prophet. Problem is this prophet is dead. I
Oh.
won't get you home, but I'll get you to the underworld instead.
Okay. This also sounds like a fucking terrible idea.
You're helping us?
Just throwing that out there.
There are many ways of persuasion.
And once again, that kind of kick drum beat kicking in. I know they said every major character has like an instrument that's associated with them, so I wonder if that's hers. Because I've heard that more in this saga than I have just about anywhere else within this musical.
Maybe one day the world will need a puppeteer no more.
Yo, do you think any of Odysseus's men are like, I kind of miss being a pig. Can you change me back? Yeah, and I still, wow, is that it? Yeah, that is it. Once again, just this levels of this deception are just continually getting worse and worse for Odysseus and everybody. You know, first it was the wind god. Don't look in this bag. Oops, they looked in the bag. Oops, now Poseidon is mad. Oops, now it's Hermes telling you use this route. Oops, now she's saying go to the fucking underworld and cut through there, I suppose. So, you know, if somebody told me like, oh, I know a shortcut, it's through actual hell, I'd be like, you know, no thank you. I'll take my chances with Poseidon. That seems better to me. And now I'm remembering that I did look up the other day that the next saga is titled the Underworld Saga, but for the life of me I couldn't remember it up until she said I can help you guys get to the underworld, which hey, I got a way to help you to the underworld too, bud. It's called 2 bullets to the back of the head. One-way ticket to the underworld, that. But an interesting saga because, well, it didn't end the way I expected it to. I expected them to still be there. And I know people have said that there's some loosey-goosey kind of retelling stuff with this adaptation of the Odyssey. So I would have to go see how it actually, if that's actually how it ends in the story. But for whatever reason, I think I remember them being under her spell there for like 10 years or something. I know he said like 12 years away. I don't think it was all here on this island. I think it was, they're including the war and the travel and everything else that has happened to them. So, I mean, still a really long time. Like if I went out for cigarettes, it took me 12 years plus to get back. And I'm also thinking of the lyric from, I've mentioned the Odyssey by Symphony X, which I've listened to a couple times since starting this reaction series. But one of the refrains in that one is, I've been 20 years away from all I've ever known, or something like that. So in my head, I keep thinking of 20 years as like the time frame here. So I heard 12. I'm like, oh, yep, 8 years. I could see it. But well, apparently there's other things at play here. A good saga. I wouldn't call it a great saga. This is the first time since, I mean, I guess since the second one, since we had, you know, 2 sagas to compare to each other. Like it was Troy and then Cyclops and then Ocean. And now this would fall probably somewhere right around Cyclops, I would say. Maybe a little bit underneath it. There were certainly more moments in Cyclops that I vibed with a little bit more. This was pretty solid all throughout, but no real like high peaks of like, oh shit. Like last saga had Ruthlessness, which was phenomenal. It also hit us back to back, that and Keep Your Friends Close. Yeah, I mean, those are 2 absolute all-timers back to back. And, you know, even the Cyclops saga had a couple higher points there. But yeah, it's overall really solid. Like, we got our introduction to Hermes. I hope there's more Hermes throughout. I'm curious if we're going to get Hades next time, since we are going to be going to the underworld. And now I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to compare, like, all right, who else would be down in the underworld that we could see? There's Chiron, the boat guy on the river. There's I guess Cerberus, the guard dog. You know, the big ones that everybody knows, right? But I guess we'll just have to wait and see next time. I think that's all I got here today. I'm done blabbing about this one. Don't forget to let me know what you think of this saga down in the comments below. Like I said, this one was pretty solid all throughout, but nothing really to, you know, that blew me away, really. No, once again, no pun intended with the wind god stuff last time. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like on your way out, and I'll catch you next time for the next saga of Epic the Musical. Take it easy, everybody.